Hey, it's friend Frank back again. Talking about some tidbits out of my book, Everyday Leader. And today I want to share with you a quote by Peter Drucker. He said, in the Western tradition, we've focused on teaching as a skill and forgotten what Socrates actually knew, which was that teaching is a gift, but learning is a skill. Now, in the book, I really kind of go into some examples and scenarios, but in this I wanted to talk a little bit more about learning being a skill. I want to give you a couple of pieces of information. But before I do, I love what Ray Kroc said. Now, this is kind of why I want to go this way. And Ray Kroc said, as long as you're green, you're growing. But as soon as you're ripe, you begin to rot. So as soon as you're ripening, you're beginning the rotting process. And that's kind of graphic if you think about it, but our development is very much the same. So as long as we're green, so what does that mean? As long as we're in a state of learning. In other words, we know and understand that we don't know everything. That's the one thing that we know, is that we don't know everything. As soon as we get to a place where we think or feel as though we know everything about either everything or just any single subject. Maybe it's part of your career. Maybe it's a hobby. Maybe it's about anything. As soon as you think or feel like you know everything about that particular subject, that's when you start the decline of knowledge. Because things are constantly growing, things are constantly changing, and we have to change and grow with it. So I love that. Let's stay in a state of ripeness. Let's stay in a state of learning. Let's stay in a state of realizing that, I don't know everything, so I need to continue to learn more and more about that particular subject. For me personally, I'll give you leadership as an example. I have a very strong habit of continually reading books about leadership, watching videos, even like this one, podcasts or whatever, about leadership. I'm not fanatical about it, but I continually learn more and more about leadership, the different angles. There's really nothing new under the sun in reality, but there's always new ways of looking at things that I've not looked at them before. So there's plenty of things that we can learn just from getting a different angle, a different perspective. And so I encourage you, I'm grateful that you're listening to this and watching this video because you're hungry to learn. And that tells me that you're ripe. You're in a ripened state and a hunger to learn. But man, don't stop here. There's so much more information out there. There's so many people out there writing good perspective on leadership topics and subjects. So man, keep diving in, or whatever your passion is. It's cars, motorcycles, skydiving, hunting, cooking, gardening, whatever it is. There's so much information out there and different perspectives and ways of looking at things, and you can always learn something new. So I encourage you to do that. But there's a very good reason, and this is one of the things that I really wanted to share with you today, and that is the main reason why it's so important to continue to learn, to be in that state of ripenedness, as we talked about. And that, especially if you're a leader, if you're, a parent, or you have a lot of friends that really look to you for help and help getting through tough times or whatever. You have people that really look to you, then you're a leader of some kind. And so we should continually, if we really care about the people we lead, this is my real point. If we really care about the people that we lead, then we should always want to give them our very best. Well, if we never continue to learn, if we stop learning, then we're going to run out of things to give them. Our very best may have already gone. Not that we're no good anymore, but we've already reached our best, and we don't have any more to offer. And what a tragedy that is, because now the people that you're leading don't have any more that they can get from you. They don't have any more they can learn from you. So the best way to continually give your people, the people that you lead, your family, people at work, the best way for you to give them more is for you to learn more. And all you have to do is learn a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little at a time, so that you've always got something new for your team. You've always got something new to add to them. You're continually adding to them because you continually add to yourself. This isn't a selfish thing. This is about having more to give. This is about giving out of the overflow. If you're familiar with that concept, you can't give out of the overflow unless you're continually taking in, because the overflow runs out pretty fast. So you have to continually take in information, continually take in perspective. So stay in that ripened state. Stay hungry to learn, and you'll never regret it. And most importantly, your team will continuously appreciate it. They will always appreciate it because you always have something to give and something to offer. So keep learning, keep growing, be real, and I'll see you next time. See you, bye.